Common question I ask in our strategy sessions when we're digging through what you do for fitness is, where's the strength training? It's very common to see cardio-based activities, people going for runs, using elliptical, biking, and rowing and stuff like that. And then we'll see a lot of that HIIT style training, higher intensity style training, chasing a good sweat, whether that's at a studio or a group exercise class or using apps that are out there. But when we dig a little deeper, there's not a lot of strength training. Okay, when we're getting older, if you're above 30, you're not getting any stronger, right? Every decade, you're losing your strength and you're losing a little bit of muscle mass unless you're using it, right? And that's the key. We're going to get a little bit of strength doing some metabolic training, but unless we're really focusing on the strength training component of our training and trying to fit that in a couple times a week, it's going to be hard to maintain higher levels of strength. And you may have started to feel that if you're in your 40s and you're doing some high intensity training and you're like, man, this is taking a lot more out of me, or I'm really sore all the time. You've lost some strength and you're not necessarily filling up that bucket in those type of classes. Okay? When I talk a little bit deeper into why they're not doing any strength, it usually comes down to 3 reasons. The first one is they don't know what to do. They're afraid to get injured. And then lastly, they're worried about getting bulky. The first 2 we can solve very easily with working with a coach, whether that's a few sessions or to join a studio like ours, and you're going to be coached every second you're in here. When you look at the third one, I don't want to get bulky, it's really hard to get accidentally bulky. When we look at our bodybuilders, and unfortunately we compare ourselves to the bodybuilders, they're doing 2, 3, 4 hours a day of training. Their nutrition is down to the calorie of how much food they're eating. And of course, you got to factor in, a lot of them are probably using performance enhancement supplements, some legal, some illegal, to get the physique that they're at. You don't have that much time to work out, especially if you're 40 plus, you don't have 2, 3 hours, multiple days a week to work out. It's just not there. So to get bulky is really, really, really hard. Now, it can happen, but it's going to take a lot of training. And by the time you start leaning in that direction, we can modify your training program so that we can switch it up. So if you are somebody who's struggling with how to fit strength training in your life, it's important. You're starting to feel the effects of age. Getting up and down off the ground is a little hard. Chasing after kids is taking a little bit more out of you, or that yard work that you do on the weekends is beating you up a little bit. Reach out to me. Let's figure out a way we can incorporate strength training in your training. The great thing about strength training, it doesn't take a lot of time. 20 minutes twice a week, and you're just consistent. You can get pretty strong, move well, and do all the things outside of here much better, but you got to put in the consistency. So if that sounds interesting to you, reach out to me. I'd love to set up a free strategy session to talk about you, how we can figure out strength training in your life, and if we work together, that's great. If not, we'll at least get you a plan for you to move forward. We'll see you around. Sharon.